But when we last left our intrepid heroes, they had been given rooms in Rothma's palace and been left to their own devices in your rooms in hell to gain a long rest and recover from your ordeals.
Yay!
And after you get you rest for what you assume is the length of a night, the sky doesn't change ever. It's just a dull gray rolling cloud above, with the occasional lightning flash somewhere deeper in the clouds. So you guys, after gaining your long rest, um, you get this sudden voice in the back of your head. And you hear Rothma from somewhere in the building telling you, giving you directions. Come down, come see me, come, come, come. And as you're meandering through his instructions, continue, down this hall, through the door, not that door, on your left, the other left, my left, not yours. And he eventually leads you down to this. As you come through the large double doors, ornate pillared room done in the same like shiny black obsidian. There's a layer of dust on a few things, but he's standing at the far end of the room, looking around, going, my chair is missing. Funny. He turns, oh, good, you're here, you're here, you're here. He kind of claps his hands together and skitters down the stairs towards you guys. So it has been. I believe it is correct that you wish to return to your homes now. Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, good. I can't have my advisors around to advise me. That would be ill-advised. I would get advice.
And nobody wants advice.
The only thing I'd advise about is advising you against that.
Advise you to such. Never mind.
But I have a question. Where do you wish to return to? Do you wish to return to where we left on my boat? Do you wish to go somewhere else?
So we had three places we had to visit. That was our goal for this pilgrimage.
Yeah, but we also left the blood bag buddies and Gazer back in that one the one vampire lady's place. The underground one with all the creepy
with
weird
all the tribal guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should probably go back there.
Go back there and get them. And then are we gonna proceed to the next vampire, or are we gonna go back to the homes and check in?
Yeah, because we have one more we have to do, right?
Yeah, I would say we'll just head out for the next invitation.
Yeah,
dude.
That's what I was thinking. So let's go grab our crew and go to the next location.
Yeah.
Okay.
As he's very well, he begins like waving his hands around on the floor. You realize runes in the floor start glowing around you and spinning. And as he's moving his hands, he stops and he reaches into his pocket and he grabs something and he tosses it to Zan.
Ooh.
You catch it, and it's this tiny little glass ball. And inside of it, it's almost like this swirling, smoky mist just kind of moving around. He says, if you're ever in a jam, give it a break. And then he snaps his fingers, and you find yourself standing atop the rock overhanging the vampire coven.
Oh, that's so cool.
Now, can we ask him to stick around so he can transport us to the next location too?
Oh no, he didn't come with you.
He didn't come. Oh. He just sent us.
Wishful thinking. Okay, well, let's go grab our crew.
Yeah, let's go find the blood bags, as we've so lovingly called them.
You head on down, and people from down below have come out, and several of them had spears out until they recognized who was coming down the rock. The bones woven into their clothing, rattling as the people start congregating together. You hear them speaking their language to themselves, or back and forth among themselves. As you come down towards the front, one of the priestesses moves forward. You have returned. The deformed ones. What have you learned of them?
They're gross, but they do die. Where is the Mati?
The Mati has gone out for her nightly stroll alone.
Upper time.
Yep.
She looks directly at Zan. I could show you where she has gone if you wish to join her.
I do.
Come with me. And then she turns and she says something to her other people, to some of the people around them. They will show you to your friends and get you some hot supper. So we're gonna break off into two groups here.
Okay.
How long were we gone? Like, how long were we in hell? / fighting the deformed ones?
Does time go by the same way in hell as it does in our plane?
As you're moving along, Zan, do you ask this question to her? You left 5 days ago.
Well, that explains why I'm starving.
She says, then it is good. She leads you out out into the desert, and in the darkness she stands and she looks out, and you see just a flit of movement from one cactus to another, and suddenly the deer that was standing there is taken down. And the priestess says, "This is where I leave you."
Probably for the best. I'm very hungry.
I will make my departure then. She steps backwards and very hastily gets out of the area.
Zan has no desire to bite her, but at this point, she knows that things are a little touch and go.
Yeah, who's here? Sorry.
There are 2 active vampires hunting in this area. This is not a place you want to be if you're warm-blooded.
Yeah. I want to sniff the wind and catch some dinner.
Roll me survival.
Oh, I'm not very good at that one. That's a 13.
You're hungry.
I'm very hungry.
Roll that with advantage.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's a 17.
Alrighty. There's the deer that's been taken down a couple hundred feet ahead of you, but ahead of them you catch a whiff of, is it more deer? Or is it, there's some sort of mammal moving. You can smell it. You can almost see the heat waves rising up from here.
I want to get it.
You begin dashing through the desert sand quietly as it softens, so you softly prance across it, low to the ground. You come up over a dune, you see a mid-sized antelope-like creature with curly horns standing there chewing on a piece of cactus. It looks up just in time to see you. Make me your attack.
fuck, I rolled a 2.
All right, I would like you to roll me a strength save as it tries to bolt, having just been grabbed by this tiny human or tiny humanoid that's trying to bite it.
16.
16, you hang on as it begins galloping across the desert. Roll me another attack.
Oh, 18.
18. You manage to pull yourself further up the body and jab your teeth directly into the jugular. And while it's still running, you feel the energy slowly slowing down.
This looks really badass in my mind.
You're holding onto the side of it and like drinking its blood while it's still running. So yes, this does look pretty badass. And it falls to the ground and you are able to finish your dinner. And then as you look up from your food, you see the Matisse standing there, probably about 15 feet in front of you. She's got blood dripping down the one side of her mouth. She kind of cocks her head and nods to the side and starts moving. Do you hunt with her?
I would like to, yeah.
All right. So she starts taking you out. We're going to hop over to the others. As you guys are brought back through the camp under the rock, you see your blood bags and Gazer. As soon as Gazer sees you, as he floats, charging towards you, giving you a hug with his eye stalks upon seeing it. Oh, Master, I was so worried. You said you'd be right back, and then you weren't back, and then what was I supposed to do?
Oh, you did good, little buddy, and I give him a little head scratch.
The blood bags are still alive, Master.
Good job, good job. I don't know. I pull out a ration. I give him some food.
Oh, thank you. Oh, no. The jerky that you toss him keeps him chewing for a while.
Yeah, he's pretty small. I have a mini for a Gazer, and he's the smallest fucking thing in the world. Like, it's ridiculous how small he is.
Like, a Gazer's about the size of a softball.
Yeah, pretty much. I thought it was a little bit bigger. I think I'm thinking of a Spectre. So
I like the idea of him being the size of a Spectre, but a Gazer. I don't know.
What?
I like it being more like a basketball with eye stalks.
Yeah.
It works better for the trench coat part.
It does. Yes, so as you return to the blood bags, they are absolutely just thrilled to see you guys alive and well. Anything you want to say or do?
Well, we're supposed to just grab him and go to our next location, but we need to wait for Megan now, eh?
Yeah, you guys
Megan's
can go grab
still-
some food.
Shall we just go have a feast then and wait for her?
I mean, they've got food ready, so you do get to enjoy food. Megan is gone for about an hour and a half-ish before coming back in with the Mati.
I like to think during this time I've let her know everything pretty much that went on.
It was
Basically,
an interesting exchange to have.
I imagine so, telling her about the cultists that are after her and going
Near the
very
end of it-
simply over the fact that we went to hell and then came back.
Just state, matter of fact.
Yeah.
We went to hell. It was pretty chill.
Yeah, we
Not as
went to
warm
hell
as
on a
you'd
boat.
think.
I just got in from hell this morning, okay?
Yeah.
And boy, are my arms tired.
Okay. So, having conveyed this over to the Mati, she is quite concerned about the implications, but will still make sure that she tries to attend the wedding if at all possible.
Yeah.
So you guys are supplied up in food and water to head out into the desert. It's still nighttime. You could still get a few good hours of travel in.
Yeah, let's do that. I still have my magic box that I can pop up if I need to.
It was tied to the stuff that you left them with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
making
that
sure.
that one is pretty good. Ooh, can we quickly I'm gonna go talk to the Mati and see if they have well what weapons do the Bloodlegs have? I assume they'd have something.
I mean, they've got short swords.
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to the Mati and just explain that basically we have this little shield building for our little friends, and I'd like to see if we can maybe grab a little bit of a longer weapon for them so they can kind of, spears at the ready instead of trying to just swing their sword at random. Because Gazer can shoot, but like the little guys, they're just kind of sitting in there hoping nothing comes in. If they have some spears, they can maybe throw it or like kind of defend the little
Poke
box
it
thing
out
that
through
they're
the
in.
arrow slits.
Yeah, yeah, just an idea.
This is a reasonable request, she thinks, and does wish to see you reach. You need to live long enough to get to the wedding, so she does indeed provide you with two bone-tipped spears for your vassals, your servants,
Blood bag 1 and blood bag 2.
pretty much.
Dr. Seuss names. Thing 1, thing 2.
Yep.
The one of which who almost died.
Let's make
Oh
them shirts.
yeah.
Let's make them shirts that say one that have numbers 1 and the number 2 on it. So I'm gonna fabricate their shirts to
Oh
one to
my
say a giant
God.
1 and one to say a number 2.
I mean, you have had the time to do that, so yes, you use your fabricate ability so that their shirts. What color are the shirts now? If you're gonna fabricate them shirts,
And Dr. Seuss, they were red with white, so we'll do that.
suddenly the two of them are now wearing these lovely sweaters with a red, that are bright red with a white one and a white two on it, with no explanation of what happened.
Nice. Good use of a level 4 spell.
I mean, I think they're permanent, are they not?
Yeah.
All right. So you guys head out into the desert, traveling through the night. Roll me perception.
Come on, you stoner. Do it this time. Yes!
Ooh. I only got a 14. Apparently I might still be, like, drunk on blood.
I got 19 for some reason. I haven't smoked a joint. That's why. Okay, I'm gonna light a joint. Something's off here.
Rolling too good. Must get high.
Yeah.
And,
Well, whenever I roll high in perception, something's off. I need to get high.
25.
Shit.
Yeah,
25.
16.
Holy
Plus
shit.
9.
You keen motherfucker, you.
Maxed out wisdom, that helps.
Yeah.
So, up on top of the dunes, 2 out of 3 of you notice is a large lumbering silhouette. Like, it's low to the ground, kind of dome-like, and has this tail that's swinging back and forth behind it, kind of brushing the sand to either side.
Ooh.
It hasn't spotted you yet,
That's good.
and it's heading in the same direction that you're going.
Okay.
I'm gonna step behind my companions like I usually do and hide behind, let's say Geoff, because Megan's tiny.
Well, you guys want to fight it, or should we?
Let's
Wait.
follow it.
Hold up,
Zan
you know, I
and
haven't
Megan
freaking
have
done
no
it.
idea what this is, so Zan wants to get a little bit closer.
Yeah, it's moving in a direction towards something. Let's follow it
Yeah.
without being seen.
I'd like to creep up. I'd like to leave my party behind a little bit and creep up closer and see what this thing is.
And where it's going.
Yeah. See if I can tell where it's going.
Yeah, maybe it has something cool in a lair or something. I don't know.
Roll me stealth.
Just Zan because she went ahead, eh?
Yep.
How's a 20? Oh wait, I've got. How's a 31?
The stoner loses you as she exhales a puff of smoke and then can't find you again in the dune. And you move up closer to this lumbering beast that as you get closer you realize it's some sort of like large reptile with this domed back with these almost look like plates on the top of it. These
Ooh.
jagged spike-like bone protrusions where the top shell meets the underbelly, and behind it is this large swinging tail with this rounded tip.
Do
Oh,
any of these parts look like parts that the tribal guys that we just left used for their weapons and armor?
I mean, not usually, but
Okay.
you definitely look at it and think that it could be used for that.
Yeah. I'm just
Is
seeing
is
if
there like
there's any
water
chance
there, or
Zan would recognize it.
I could just go and try and charm it.
That
yeah,
is
do that.
true. I'm
Do
gonna
that.
pull back and I'll let them know exactly what I see and
Is there water around, or are we just on straight land here? I don't know.
You're on straight land.
Okay. Yeah, go do your thing, Geoff.
Yeah, I'm a druid who hasn't cast Animal Friendship in 5 ever. Kind of forgot about that spell, actually.
This would be cool if you succeed.
Yeah, I kind of like walk over. I'm kind of like not sneaking, but kind of like, you know, when you like you try to make yourself really low as you kind of like approach like a dog or a little kid or something. You're just like, oh hey, right. Like try not to be intimidating, and I'm gonna try to get kind of close and see how it reacts first.
says the guy that went smashing through a window last night.
Different character.
I know. That was fun.
Oh, I like Gorjo.
So, as you approach this thing, you don't need to make an animal or a nature check to realize this is some sort of dinosaur just coming up on it. That or somebody's been leaking way too much yellow cake uranium into these sands. And as you kind of come up from lower on the dune, making yourself smaller and getting its attention, it stops and turns as it then kind of turns and swings its tail in your direction, but doesn't come close to you. Like you're like there's 12 feet between you and the tail tip at its closest.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Do I have? I can't remember if I have prepped. Nah. I just like speak with animals, but yeah, I'll just go animal friendship. So yeah, I think it just has to. Well, if it has an intelligence of 4 or higher, it just fails. But if it doesn't have that high of an intelligence, it has to make a wisdom save or be charmed.
Let
Where's
me
my
pull that
supposed
back up.
17.
It has an intelligence of 2.
Ooh.
What does it need? So what does it?
Wisdom save, DC 17.
15.
Oh,
Oh, yay.
You're lucky. So
Basically.
Yeah.
it, as you cast this spell on it, it kind of stops waving its tail and just kind of turns and looks at you.
How long does this last? This lasts 24 hours. Fuck
Nice.
yes.
Is it big enough for all of us to ride?
It
Maybe
is
not,
size
but
huge.
No,
I have
yes.
this dumb idea where we put that like the little fortress thing on its back and just turn the thing into a medieval tank with our buddies.
Can you cast the talk to animals now and see what this
Oh, I don't
guy's all
have that
about?
prepped. Like I basically
Oh,
pick
okay.
spells every day.
Yeah. Okay, so can we ride him and go somewhere?
Yeah, fuck, let's get her.
Yes. Okay, let's jump on. I'm gonna light a joint for this.
Fuck.
Aren't you
It
glad you
does.
give us such crazy animals?
So it does allow you all to climb on its back and continue lumbering down along the through the sands at night. Due to your mount, you don't run into anything, although you do notice a couple scorpions skittering along in the distance. They look like they're giving your bride a large berth.
Best idea ever, Geoff.
I
You
was
just
just
made
like,
traveling
oh,
the desert go from difficulty 100 to like 1.
what is that druid? If a druid can't do it in a desert, what the fuck's he gonna do?
Why not? I mean, he's still going on his own path, but as the hours wear on and you can start to see the gray light of dawn kind of rising in the distance, you also see up ahead it's a small stand of trees.
Oasis.
He seems to be beeline, or the beast you're on seems to be beelining directly for this stand of trees.
I mean, that seems
Yeah.
reasonable.
Absolutely, especially if the sun's coming up.
So you continue in, the sun slowly beginning to just peek over the mountains in the distance as you enter into the foliage underneath. And you do indeed find a small oasis bubbling up in the middle of this. The oasis itself is maybe 25 feet on a side. You can see there's some bubbles coming up from the center of it. But the large dinosaur lumbers on up to it, sticks its face in, and begins to slurp some of the water up.
I kind of rub
Zan's
the
gonna
back of
go
his
for a
neck.
bath.
As the sun is coming up.
Okay, never mind. I was hoping I'd still have time.
I'm going to. Oh, I guess I can't really spend 3 hours doing it, but I just want to check. Choose a point within range. All normal plants in 100-foot radius sent to the point become thick and overgrown. Yeah, I'm gonna cast plant growth, just as an action, not as 8 hours, and just because I assume are there like some there's you said there's some palm trees and stuff, right?
Yeah, there's some trees, there's, a couple like smaller bushes.
Yeah,
Maybe 10 feet around on all sides, so like all around the oasis. So, it's a small circle of forest.
it's about to be big. It's a third level druid spell. So you cast it as an action. Choose a point within range. All normal plants in a 100-foot radius centered on that point become thick and overgrown. Um, I'll leave like a small path, like a hole somewhere. Like I can't make a hole, but I assume that there were holes between the trees. I'll like leave one so things can still come and go out of this. But
All
outside
right.
of that,
You're making a plant
yes.
fortress.
Yeah.
Love it.
Well, now
It's
you
not
can rest.
impenetrable, but it's hard to march an army through a forest.
Can you do it to my weed plants that I got?
Yeah.
Nice. When we get back home.
Okay, so it's a first and third level spell. Um, how much water is here?
The hole itself is about 25 feet across, but it's not super deep. For most of it, it's maybe up to your knees. but it does get deeper at the far side.
Yeah. What the heck happened to my water spill? There it is.
It's a large puddle that seems to be fed from underground. But it is a lovely place, especially after you've thickened up the trees to provide a whole lot more shade, which freaked the hell out of the Ankylosaurus as suddenly the trees grew 40 years worth of growth in a matter of seconds.
Just to be safe, I'm still gonna pop up my little box and
Oh, yeah,
go inside
that's-
there.
Safe.
So there's just going to be this cube that didn't get plants in it because you set up this 20 by 20 cube and went inside, and then the plants went off surrounding it.
Yep.
Is this the thing that Gazer and the Blood Buddies were going into? This cube?
Yep.
Oh, it's 20 by 20. I thought it was a lot smaller. Either way. I can I could enrich the land here and just make this like a really good like oasis, but you don't really need to. And we're basically just gonna sleep the day away and then just keep traveling in the night, right?
Where is?
Yep.
Yeah. I guess I'll cast create or destroy water, and I'll do that like 2 times just so like this water like I don't expect it to do a lot. A lot of the water is probably just gonna soak into the sand, but at least it's been in a heavy rainfall, I guess. So
It
it
still adds water to it.
creates 10 gallons of water. I'll do it twice.
Sure. A couple buckets worth of water extra that are now circulating around in there. You do notice throughout the day that wildlife from the desert is moving in towards this new forest area. It's shady and there are plants to eat.
Yeah, honestly, I just
Yeah.
well, we can go inside of that little hut thing, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, so let's just all go in there. I'll just tell the Ankylosaurus to just like sit right outside there, and I'll tell him to like bash the side of the pen thing if anything tries to attack him. Actually, he doesn't understand that at all. I just point down and I say sit.
The Ankylosaurus looks at you, cocks its head funny, then turns back towards a bush, opens its mouth, and eats the leaves off of half the tree.
Close
Yeah, okay.
enough.
Oh, he's chomping down on the foliage whilst you guys crawl into your little hut and take a rest for the day. Megan in her little coffin inside of it, because there are arrow slits that would let in some sunlight, but not a whole hell of a lot.
Yep.
And we pass through the day without any major event, as you guys are completely safe inside of your tiny box.
Tiny box inside of a forest in the middle of a desert.
You hear a noise from outside suddenly. The sounds like the Ankylosaurus just shouted out or yelled out in pain.
Oh fuck! Yeah, I run out there real quick.
I follow behind Geoff, but at a safe distance.
Is it dark?
Not yet.
Okay.
The sun is going down. It's twilight, but it's not.
I'm staying put then. Sorry, guys.
Do you have ranged attacks that you can do from the doorway?
Yeah, he's just threw an ice knife and stuff like that.
Yeah,
There's arrow slits.
That is
there you
true.
go.
Something's comes close to the little side, you can stab him.
Yeah.
make little whispers.
As
So
you
what do we?
exit the cube, circling around the Ankylosaurus near the oasis are at least 3 velociraptors.
Oh, Jesus.
They're snapping at its ankles. You can see that they've managed to bite it in one spot.
I 3 of them?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm
Okay,
gonna
so
turn to a. Sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
I'm just gonna cast Animal Friendship, but I'm gonna upcast it to 3rd level and target all 3.
Nice.
It's worth a try, really.
Yeah. It probably won't get all of them, but those that don't join die.
Read me animal friendship again, just so I
Uh,
know what.
yeah. Choose a beast you can see within range, which is 30 feet. It must see and hear you. If the beast's intelligence is 4 or higher, the spell fails. Otherwise, the beast must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by you for the spell's duration. If one or more of your companions harms the target, the spell ends. Oh, okay. So that might be awkward if the Ankylosaurus just clubs one of them, but yeah.
Dun, dun.
Oh,
There's
cool.
no
We got
difficulty.
some dinos.
Alrighty. So, how smart's a velociraptor? Velociraptor has an intelligence of 4.
Oh, it
Oh,
fails.
yeah, that just doesn't work. Yeah. Kind of weird, but whatever.
I'm gonna turn immediately into a T-Rex.
You've seen all the movies, right?
Yeah.
Alrighty, roll for initiative.
Oh my
Hey.
god. You guys.
Ah,
Yeah.
4.
7.
Mr. Jeff?
4.
Who else rolled a 4?
I got 7.
You guys are adding your modifiers, right?
Yeah, I rolled a 2.
It's a +3, I think, for my initiative, right?
Your dex,
Plus
whatever
dex.
your dex modifier.
Yeah, +3.
Yeah.
So
And Megan,
7.
what'd you get?
I got 10. I really don't want to go first.
Well, that's good, because you're not.
Good. I mean, it's unfortunate that the raptors are going to, but...
You control that, whatever it's called, Jeff? That other
It's
guy?
charmed by me, so I don't exactly directly control it.
But he's
it
our
likes
ally?
Yeah. If we hurt it, though, it will
Yeah. I
turn
guess
on
I'll go
us.
bite him.
Don't hurt the spiky boy.
I'm just joking. So yeah. I bet you
They
we're
all
last.
lunge. They all make lunges at Spiky Boy, and
Uh-oh.
miss spectacularly. High roll was a 5. So they're snapping and snarling and trying to bite at the ankles. Zan, you are up next.
You freaking...
You do have line of sight as they come around, the side of the Ankylosaurus. You can take a shot at one.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I am going to... Shit. No, I'm not gonna
You're
shit.
going to hit.
I don't want to die. I'm going... Yeah, you know what? I am going to throw a chromatic orb.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's only a level 1 spell, but the range is 90 feet. So,
That is more than enough.
that's handy.
And what damage type are you hurling it as?
Oh, I am going to do acid. So let's hope this hits. I rolled a fucking 3. That would be
We're all
an
rolling
11
bad.
to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh! Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, let me pull out some D8 now.
Put some D's on that bitch.
Dun, dun, 8, 9, 12 points of acid. That wasn't that great.
As this one comes around the corner, snarling, you catch it in the side, blasting it as the acid starts eating away through its shoulder blades as it's howling and screeching on the ground. Lupeny.
Okay. So I have this multi-attack that I can bite and grapple and then use my tail. So I want to attack someone with the bite attack that's close enough to another person where I can use my tail attack.
They're on opposite sides of him.
Well, that's bullshit. Okay.
You can split up your attacks though. You can go on attack one, then move and go attack the other.
Not when I have the guy grappled in my mouth. Can I drag him?
I think you have like half speed or something. But if you just eat it, I mean, there's that too.
Well, I only have my multi-attack only works if I bite and then tail. I can't do 2 bites.
Yeah, I know. But if you bite and you eat it, it doesn't really matter if you grapple it.
Well, what's your speed in the T-Rex?
I'll look it up right now. Okay, my speed is 50 feet.
You know what? That wouldn't be a problem because, yeah,
He's
you
huge.
bite this one, you come in and bite this fella.
Yeah.
As you approach, the Ankylosaurus freaks out and starts charging through the woods.
Nice. Went according to my plan. Just
Nah,
kidding.
Caleb just doesn't want to play the Ankylosaurus yet.
Okay, so I go to bite that first douchebag there,
Actually, with him out of the way, that would allow you.
right in
do
between
that.
them. Yeah. Okay, so it's a 29 to hit.
Yeah.
That'll work, eh?
Jesus.
Crap.
Yeah, I think so.
1, 2, 3, 4 of these fuckers.
The one jumps, lifting its leg to try and claw at you, and as it's in the air, you just kind of scoop it in your mouth.
Nice. Okay, so I got a 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. I got a 29 damage, and he's grappled with a 17 to become free.
The parts of him that are left in your mouth are grappled, maybe. The other third of him stayed on the ground.
Very nice.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, so then I use my tail attack. That is a 25 to hit.
25 to hit. That will most certainly hit.
Okay, it's 3d8, so that is a... Shit, I rolled 2 1s. That's 17 damage on the tail.
As you crack the other one in half, at this point, the Ankylosaurus is charging off into the desert, into the sunset, spooked by the giant T-Rex that decided to give it to come and say hi.
Can I talk dinosaur language to him? Be like, hey, bro, come back, man.
You're a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
But isn't he
Even
a
if you could-
dinosaur?
Yes, but even if you could speak dinosaur, that would be a T-Rex saying, "Hey, come back here." That'd be like a lion asking the goat to come hang out.
Or what about the little animal that pulled the thorn out of the lion's paw?
He makes a good argument.
No, he doesn't.
Not really. Sorry.
I'm not gonna eat you, bro. I'm full. Come back, man. Is what I say, hoping.
I just look at you sideways and cross, and then I run after the thing. I think I might actually wild shape real quick. But a good speed that isn't intimidating.
I'd also like to. You are aware that it took you here not because you told it to, but because it was friendly to you and happened to be going this direction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm just also looking at the fact that I have the awakened spell and really want to try that at some point. I'd have to go find like a big fat 1,000 gold gem, but I want to breed I want to breed sentience to to a dinosaur.
Jesus. You just want to end the
Have you ever
world.
seen? Has anyone here seen the movie We're Back?
Yep.
What's that one?
It's a cartoon Disney one. Or is it Disney?
No, that's a Don Bluth.
Yeah, that's right.
On Bluth.
But what movie? What's it about? Just remind me, because I usually watch every animated movie I see.
Uh,
There's a bad guy that has dinosaurs and he controls them for a circus, but not really. And then there's a boy kid and a girl kid, and
I've never seen this movie. What is it? What's next?
we're
back.
back.
We're back.
I'll put it in chat.
Okay, I'll download it tonight.
Alrighty. So you now find yourselves with the setting sun at this oasis, having scared off the Ankylosaurus.
Yeah, sure, whatever.
You do, however, have a T-Rex.
Hop
No, we
on.
just have John.
You guys want to go for a ride and we'll go in our direction?
Sorry, you charged it with a T-Rex.
Well, yeah, that's fine. I would like to have the ability to go and get it. I didn't charge it with a T-Rex. John did. It's literally threw its natural fucking predator at it.
Yeah. Intimidation, bro. Like the little giants.
Anyways,
All right, so you guys are heading out into the desert as the sun sets, or after the sun has set.
After the sun has set, yeah, I hope I can keep. Yeah, I keep my form, and then they can jump on my back and we'll go for a ride.
All right, well, much the same as riding a giant armored dinosaur, riding a apex predator that is running full tilt through the desert is both good at scaring off minor nuisances and terrifying your blood bags as they hold on for dear life.
I just hold Gazer in my lap like a little baby.
He's enjoying this. Whee!
Am I allowed to get out of the box yet?
No, stay in your box.
Okay,
Stay in your box.
I'll stay in the box.
I mean, you had to shrink the box to leave. I don't think he'd carry a 20-foot box on his back.
Fair enough.
Don't make me work out how much it weighs when it's expanded.
Okay.
Because, I mean, I'll do it, and I'll probably be surprised. I once learned ship construction. Not this one, the different one. But I learned enough about ship construction to know what the best materials were for what reason. Crazy.
By the way, We're Back
Oh.
is a Steven Spielberg film.
Oh,
I saw that. I was like, what?
Yeah.
sorry. I thought it's done up like a Bluth film. But
It is.
anyways,
The style's very similar.
yeah, but it had dinosaurs. Of course, Steven's behind it.
Right.
And will direct anything if you tell him he can put dinosaurs in. Anyways, sorry. So you are heading out through the desert.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that's Uh, as you travel, you repeat the process of travel for several days, moving through the desert as you approach your final location, which does swing you back in towards Terra Lineth. As you approach the location, you look up the hill and you see up at the top of this sand dune is this walled off little domed building. Roll me perception.
Am I still in the box or am I out yet?
No, yeah, we're just joking.
Ah! That one.
I mean, you can open up the. You're talking about your coffin, Megan?
Yeah.
Yeah, that opens from the inside, eh?
Yeah, but, like, is it nighttime or daytime? Because if it's daytime, I'm not
Oh,
opening it.
It's definitely nighttime.
Okay.
And the T-Rex with his wisdom got a 5.
Well, aren't you glad that I was able to come out? I got 22.
Nice.
Doesn't
Yeah,
the T-Rex have advantage on smelling things? I think.
Doesn't the T-Rex only last an hour?
Yeah, that's true. You've been traveling for like quite a bit longer than that.
So are you saying I am a human?
You are a human, unless you decide to burn up this day, a spell on this day. Then
So
you're human.
okay, so let's investigate. And luckily Megan rolled good.
Megan, it's faint, but you smell this char, like sooty smell in the air.
So we're back at Terra Lineth. Wasn't that like the big city
No,
that we were in?
no, you're at the last place you were supposed to go,
Yeah.
which is closer to Terra Lineth than you just were.
Okay. Yeah, makes sense. I just heard Terra Lineth. I was like, what? Where did I go in there? Burnt
You said
cookies.
you picked a path that essentially made it a diamond so that you
Yeah.
didn't do the two close ones, then go all the way out, then have to come all the way back in. It was quite a smart design. Otherwise, you the desert. So yes, Megan, you smell like something's been charred.
I mentioned this to my party members. I'm like, something's burnt here. Something's black now that used to not be.
Yeah, this blunt.
It is indeed hard to exactly place the scent with the burning smell of the sorceress near you.
Oh,
But
sorry
as
guys.
you
I put it out quick.
Do I smell another vampire?
no,
Okay.
as you approach the door, you notice that the door of the outer wall is ajar.
Weapons
You
ready,
push it
I
open.
lads.
thought it was a door, not a jar.
Yeah,
God damn it.
that's weird, eh? To have a jar and it has
Actually,
a
that's
door.
actually what I thought at first. I was like, what do you mean it's a fucking jar? I feel like it's a big glass bowl?
Like the old Buick LeBaron, when you used to leave the door open, a robot voice would say, "Your door is ajar." Like back in the '80s. Yeah, my buddy had one of those.
Nice. Anyway,
Anyways,
I would like to push the jar a little further open.
well, let's just listen first.
Okay.
If it's already, can we hear anything through the open door?
It's still quiet.
All right, Megan, do your thing.
No animals?
No animals, no birds, no nothing.
Okay, I'm going in. Well, no, I'm not going in. I'm pushing the door open wider so that we can see, but I'm not stepping in yet.
And I'm positioning myself behind my fellow colleagues as usual, fixing my hair.
Yeah, the Queen Boo has to protect herself.
Yeah, my tiara is crooked, so I needed to fix that up quick.
As you guys push open the door and look inside, you recognize where the smell of char came from. Looking at the house inside the walls, you see the doors boarded closed. The windows, the first floor windows had been sealed over, and the second story windows had been blown out by what looked like a fire that raged through the house and blew out the windows from the inside.
It doesn't look like there's any active flames, though, right now. Right?
No.
Does someone have detect magic?
No, but I would like to climb up a wall and peer in one of the busted out windows.
Nice.
As you climb up the outside of the building, the closer you get to the windows, the more black soot you have to deal with on your hands. And you peer through the window, and you see what looks like it had been a second-story bedroom. Not the master bedroom of the house, certainly, but this room was still a 12 by 12 room that looked like it had a four-poster bed. 3 of the posters have collapsed after being severely charred.
Okay. I'd like to move along and peek in a different window. There's no signs of anyone in there?
No. As you shimmy along, checking in the next window, you do find what looks like the master's bedroom. It's quite a bit larger. What's your passive perception?
Ridiculous, it's 25.
Oh.
Awesome. And what's your investigation?
19.
Jesus Christ. All right.
My passive, yeah, my passive insight is only 12, though.
Looking in the room, you see the remnants of what was probably a bed where the blaze had scorched the high ceilings. And in the corner, you see what looks like it had been part of a rectangular box.
Oh.
Rectangular what?
Box. It's a coffin.
Oh,
I telepathically let you guys on the ground know that I think I found a coffin.
New phone, who dis?
Yeah. I don't hear anything like any movement.
No.
Okay. Does it seem a possibility for me to climb in and go and unlock the door so that everyone else can come in?
Oh, I mean, you could open the front door from the outside. It's just boarded shut.
Oh!
Somebody boarded it from the outside.
Oh, my bad. I thought it was just the windows boarded. Well, that doesn't look very good. Okay, I'm gonna climb back down and go and unboard the door. Or maybe I'll get someone bigger and stronger to do that. I don't know.
You can use your dagger and pry off the boards.
But it's such a nice dagger. I don't want to dull it.
I'll try. I just don't want to break a nail.
I'll go for primal savagery. I guess it's 3d10 of acid damage as a melee spell attack I can do.
Nice.
So while the other two are debating which of them should be prying the door off, you recognize that neither of them is probably best at this. And you just suddenly point at the door and hit the boards that had already had flames heating them from the inside. Hit it with acid, and most of them just dissolve as it works its way down. And what was left of the door behind it has now got some pretty bad burn streaks through it too. And the door swings open with no effort on your part. You just kind of push the door, and the lower half breaks from the upper half and swings open. you step inside, and the walls are charred all the way up to the ceiling. What looks like had been a table is now just a blackened lump in the room. There are a couple doorways off of this, as well as a staircase that leads to the upper floor.
And that coffin is there?
On the upper floor,
That's on
yeah.
the second floor.
All right, well, let's just do this efficiently. We wanted to clear the bottom floor first.
Yeah, probably should.
Yeah.
I mean,
So,
Zan is convinced that this was not an accident.
yeah, someone wanted to keep this vampire in there. So let's clear the bottom row first. Is there 2 doors you said, Caleb?
Yep. There's a door off to the left and a door off to the right, and then the staircase goes forwards.
Let's go left. You guys cool with that?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
All right, you off of the main dining hall, you open up a door to what looks like a kitchen. This room actually looks the least burned, or less burned than the previous room.
And it's the kitchen.
There's
How
still-
ironic.
Yeah, there's still signs of like severe smoke damage halfway down the walls, but the flames didn't seem to consume this room.
Just further supports Zan's thoughts.
Yeah, someone tried to murder this guy.
Yep.
All right, is there
May
any
have
other...
succeeded.
Can we loot this place then? Or everything's
let's
just
look
burnt?
for survivors first.
At the same
there is
time.
the 2 doors off of the kitchen, one of which looks like it's. You open up the one door that doesn't look like a normal door, and it leads into a pantry.
Oh.
And on the far side of the pantry, you see someone lying on the ground.
Oh, snap.
I would like to rush over and try and, assess their injuries.
Who has the best heal spells?
I wouldn't
you.
blow all your healing spells. As you roll the person over, you see the glazed look in their eye and the lifeless look on their face.
Oh.
Judging by the dark line on the wall, the smoke inhalation. They tried to hide in this room, but the smoke inhalation was what killed this poor soul.
Okay.
But no one has Speak with the Dead or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Nope.
Shit. I was gonna ask something. Oh, this is a human?
Yes.
Okay.
Is there anything on his person, in his pockets? Any sort of clues?
As you search down the outfit that he's wearing, it's a rather nice outfit. You're able to figure out just from that this was some sort of a house servant to a rather nice looking estate.
Any marks to reveal that he's a vampire? Oh yeah, we started to see human already. Okay.
He was most definitely a human. John, roll me investigation as you're searching him.
Okay. Oh, a nat 20.
Oh, jeez. Nice.
And my investigation number is +1.
Tucked into the inside of his left sock, you find a tiny key.
Oh shit. Well, I'll take the key and show everyone and put it in my pocket.
So you continue on taking the other door, moving forwards, and you enter into what look like the servant quarters. The rooms are small and tightly packed together, and at the back of the house, underneath the stairs. And everybody roll me an investigation.
I'm gonna look under the beds for any kids. Sorry.
I got
I had
15.
pen in my mouth.
Sure, it was
18
a
for
pen.
me.
16. Just to calm down.
There is a definite line that runs down this corridor and branches out like veins into every single room that is more darkly burned than the rest of the room.
Ooh, so maybe it started back here?
So
However,
that's
several of the rooms you do find blackened corpses of other humans that had looked like they had been clawing at the windows trying to get out.
Gotta let my cat out. Be right back.
so. Can me and Jeff just efficiently search all the people and rooms and just quickly go through the area?
Yeah, there really isn't a whole lot in here. These rooms were. You're lucky the building is still standing with the amount of fire that was here.
Okay. So what do you think, Jeff? Should we go back to the main room and try the other door?
Sure.
Might as well.
Let's do it.
Alrighty, so you go back into the main room and you take the other hallway off to the other side of the room, or the other side of the dining hall. And now that you're looking, you see these streak lines, these burned streaks on the floor, and they trace out into multiple different directions in the dining hall. Some of which going up the stairs, some going down into the other room. That as you cross the room and get into it, you realize that this is the storage larder for the house. It looks like it used to hold uh, large amounts of food stacked on shelves. The room seems magically enchanted to be a few degrees colder than the rest of the rooms.
That's cool.
And sitting on the back wall is a large, what looks like it had been a barrel that it didn't get caught directly in the fire based on where you see the burn marks, but you see this white puffy stuff that had expanded out the cracks in the barrel and glooped onto the floor in this big white blob.
What does it smell like?
John Carpenter shit.
Do you go up and smell it?
No.
I
I'm
pick up a
gonna.
piece of debris and throw it at it.
It bounces off of the blob as though the blob were almost rubbery.
I'm gonna cast detect magic on myself. Basically, just for 10 minutes, I can sense the presence of magic within 30 feet. Um, like invisible creatures, and I think I can. And you learn its school of magic, if any. That's about it.
The room that you are standing in is enchanted with a couple different enchantments. Trying to think of what school they would be. Possibly transformation.
Oh yeah.
Uh, um, but they mostly tie to the food preservation. There isn't any magic coming from the blob.
Okay, I say it's not magical.
Alright.
Can I walk over and make like a nature check to see if it's something that's like natural or more man-made?
It is both. As you go up and you poke at it and you get a better smell, you realize that it's mozzarella.
Oh,
Oh, it's cheese.
The cheese heated up so much that it liquefied and dripped out of the barrel, but it's otherwise intact.
That sounds delicious.
Doesn't it?
well, I just assume that somewhere in the process between transforming or something that when I was in the snake and I had the mouth full of gold that it just stopped existing or something. I just remembered that again.
Well, let's check the rest of the room quick then and see if there's anything else.
Yeah.
You know what, Jeff? Make me a Constitution save.
Sure. Um, 21.
21.
Yeah, I took con saving throws because spells.
Yeah, fair.
Suddenly you feel as though you are about to have the most ridiculous diarrhea you have ever had. But you are
What?
able to clench your butt cheeks together and begin running around looking for a more private location.
We're just looking at him like he's
I'm gonna
crazy.
cast the ground. Is it like there's like a wood plank or is it like stone or just dirt at this point?
It's wood. It's charred wood.
Go to a corner, bro.
Okay, I'm gonna primal savagery, like rip it apart until it's dirt, and then just do mold earth to like make a small hole in the ground. And just
So as
I'm
the
gonna.
other two turn around and you pop a
No, no, I leave the
swallow of
room. I
holding,
leave the room for that bullshit.
the first time in the entire campaign, someone's gotta take a shit.
Right?
Girls don't shit.
Wait. Someone needs
as
to tell
you're
me that rule.
squatting over there, you immediately let loose and you hear a ka-ching, 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 like you had just won at the slot machine.
Holy shit, he's shitting. He's a real golden goose.
This continues on for a good solid 2 minutes, and
Oh, you're bleeding, bro.
you're not entirely sure as you look back at the probably 2.5 foot tall mound of money, how your body held all of that, and you're just glad that it didn't hurt on the way out.
That's all yours,
Uh,
Geoff.
as a odd combination of spells, I'm gonna do the create water and just like fill it
Wash it.
in, fill in the water, and just oh god, kind of gag a little bit, and then just kind of like clean off the coins in the water.
I'm gonna go
Yeah, that's all
upstairs.
your money, bud.
Like tearing up a little bit, just what?
Yeah, enjoy that shit.
And then well, it's purify food and drink. Purify food and drink. That would purify the water and clean the water, wouldn't it?
It would, yes.
Yeah, so I'll cast that too. I'm just burning all my stupid first level spell slots. I'm almost out of them actually.
Do you
Do the
have a
stairs
not
look solid
feeling
enough
gross
that my
about
little
it spell?
halfling butt can go up?
You could definitely try.
Okay, I'm gonna go up the stairs
what, sorry?
carefully.
Oh, the stairs.
Yeah, I'm
I'll
going up
follow
the
Megan.
stairs while you guys are
I'm done with this.
cleaning.
I'll
No, no,
catch
not
up.
I'm following behind
Okay.
Megan at a safe distance.
With us
I
wanting
do-
to stop at 10, this might be a good place to cut it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true.
We will explore upstairs next time, and Geoff can finish cleaning up the wealth of money that he has digested.